about Japan. Now, what I've been told from my parents when we were born, there was 15-minute difference between my brother and me. So I was the one that came last. My brother was the one that came first. So probably I did all the cleanup of all the mess that he did. So, no. Something interesting about us is that even though we're twins, our birthdays are not the same day. So we just happened to born on midnight. So my brother was born 11:55, and then 15 minutes after that, after I cleaned everything up,
wonderful.
So my birthday is at 12:10. So we actually have different birthdays, which for twins that might not be common, but it's not that common. So there we were, two young, beautiful babies. At least I consider that. I hope my mom thought the same way, and I think they did. And I hope they didn't mess our names back then, because maybe I'm not me, and I'm him, and he's me. But,
I always thought about that.
independent of that, I'm Laureano right now, so I hope I'm doing fine with that. Early years. So when you're very little, when you're a twin, I think everybody wants to see the twins dressed the same way. Okay, here we are. Same shirt, same pants, same shoes, same hairdress, which by the way, right now we share the same hairdress, but that's just not because we want to, because we have to. It's part of genetics. So can you imagine we were dressed the same way? Go to different gatherings and whatnot, and there's the same people. Oh, you're Laureano. You're Javier. And you keep telling them, no, I'm Laureano, he's Javier. And 20 minutes after that, you're Javier. You're Laureano. I already told you. Laureano, he's Javier. And it's over and over again, because it's not just the same persons. Everybody that comes into a room keeps asking the same thing. And rather than say, I mean, two beautiful kids that age, I mean, everybody wants to go out and see them, hug them, whatever, right? So once I was able to make a decision of what I was going to dress, I made sure I never dressed the same way as my brother. Important to have your own personality and your own style. What comes next? Then it's just the school years. School years, I guess we were not in the same classroom. I think that was good, so we were able to have different friends. But of course we share, everything else was shared. At home, we got the same room, we share the same room. We don't have the same bed, but we do have different beds. Clothes, I think we even share underwear. That's not even true. I don't think we got different.
Question is girlfriends.
Well, I got to tell that part too. So I think we share the same underwear, but I mean, I'm glad everything was washed very well. Now, coming back into the later years, when we're into high school and mid school and whatnot, then they decided to put us in the same classroom. And the reason for that was because two twins before us, they had been in different classrooms, and they actually switched whenever they were doing tests.
Oh, okay.
So they said, these guys are not going to do the same thing as the other ones. So we're in the same classroom, so there's no way we could cheat with them. Even if I tried to communicate with him, can you give me the answer for number 5? Can you give me the answer number 5? Never worked. Never worked. At least in our case, my brother and me, we've never been able to have that type of sensibility in terms of communication or extra communication. I know there are some twins that have felt that. In my case, I haven't. Maybe I'm not that sensible. In terms of girlfriends, you know, we're pretty bad at lying. Pretty bad at lying. We could never be able to just do this swap and say, it's me and this game and whatever. No, we're pretty bad at doing that. So we weren't able to actually change girlfriends. I know other places, other people that were able to do so. Oh, they've been able to even carry it even farther. I don't know how you can do that. I'm not sure how you can do that. But, because at the end of the day, once you start growing older, you're able to differentiate us from us apart. Although, when I was in college, my brother studied in Mexico, and I studied in Monterrey, two different cities separated by about 600 kilometers each. On summers, I would go down to Mexico and do my classes in Mexico City. So I know my brother had like a whole year there in Mexico with friends and whatever, and they didn't know about his little secret, right? Me. So I remember just going through the aisles of the classrooms or the halls in the school, whatnot, and maybe at some point in time I've seen somebody like say, hey, and like I just kept walking because you don't know somebody, well, just go by, mind your own business and follow through. And then I remember my brother told him, this guy told my brother, hey, I saw you there and you didn't even say hi, what's up with you? He's like, well, that must be my brother. I mean, I have a twin brother, and that was really the case. All in all, how does it feel like to be a twin? It's really hard to tell without not being a twin, but I do know one thing. I mean, I had a friend since I was in the one. I had a friend right now that I can talk to. I mean, we've shared a lot of things. I always knew they needed to share something. I know how to share. I mean, that's not like I've never been able to share it. I share everything. I mean, even underwear when we're young. So, all in all, I mean, I have a good friend, and that's the most important thing about being twins, that you have somebody you share your life with, and I hope share more in the future. Thank you very much.